What's up, boys? ShieldMaster here, and here we are with the updated best Riot Shield Class Setups. So it's been a while since the first Riot Shield Class Setups, and a lot have changed. So I decided to make an update on it. And I'm sorry once again if my upload schedule is not really that stable, but yeah, there isn't really that much content to upload. I mean, I'm saving some games, so don't worry. I have them from for my next videos. But I didn't really feel well this week, and my nose is still a bit stuffed. You might hear it from my voice. Until yesterday, I couldn't really talk. I mean, I could, but it wasn't really the best. So I'm feeling a bit better now, so I decided to make this video. So let's get right into the classes. So these are the classes I use kinda the most, especially the first one. So let's start with the first one. So you might notice a platinum Riot Shield. Okay, all right. So I want to talk about the 357. In the first best Riot Shield class setups, I said the Deagle was better, or the .50 GS, but after some experiment, the 357 is definitely the way to go. Even after the recent nerf, it's still nice. I mean, it's not that strong, but it's balanced. So my tip is treat it like it's a Deagle, but with, how can I explain? It's treated like a Deagle, so always shoot twice to be more careful, to be more prepared. And yeah, treat it like a Deagle. Okay, never shoot only once, always shoot twice, at minimum twice. So what are the right attachment for it? You want the long 357, the third barrel. You want the light trigger, makes you shoot the fastest. The snake shot, this is the main part of this class. The 5mW laser, and usually I go with fast melee, because fast melee is stuck with the throwing knife, as I said in my first video, so you can knife faster when you have your pistol out. Maybe you want to check out my guide how to use the Riot Shield efficiently. There are a lot of tips you can use that. So yeah, there are a lot of tips that you can use to improve your gameplay with the shield. So these are the attachments you want to rock, and the perks, my suggestion is fast melee, but you can go with sleight of hand if you want. I mean, I use sleight of hand in my hardcore class, but we'll talk about that later. So we'll talk about the perks later. So the lethal is of course the throwing knife, because it's the best lethal for the shield. Just train, and you might say, how can I train to become better with the throwing knife? Okay, hear me out. I know this tip might sound strange, because I mean, you use the shield, but you want to go in a private game, put recruit bots, put an SMG, and just hip fire. You want to increase the health to like 200, yeah, 200 health, so the double the amount. And you want to train to remain on target with your sensitivity. About the sensitivity, you want the sensitivity at the minimum of 10, minimum. I know maybe right now you're like, bro, but I use 6, how can I do it? If you're really good with 6, put it to 7. Right, and start using 7 until you're good with 7, and 8, 9, 10, and at least 10, because with the shield you want to turn around fast. Okay, well, I'll talk about that later. So yeah, you want to go in the private games and put 11 bots, recruit bots, and shootouts, and just hip fire. Even if they're across the map, hip fire. You want to train to maintain the center dot onto the enemy, okay? Now, this team, as I said in my first Riot Shield best class setups, this team is the way to go. And maybe you want to check out how to use the Riot Shield how to use the Riot Shield efficiently. As I said before, there are a lot of tips you can use, and there is a way to use this team more efficiently with the shield, so you want to check it out. Now, let's talk about the perks. So I use double time, restock, and amp as my base 3 perks, okay? Double time, to be honest, can be changed with EOD. Why use double time? It's not really for the ability to sprint longer, but because you get more crouch walk speed, 30% faster. And trust me, once you get used to it, it's kinda hard to go back, because that faster crouch walk speed can be really useful. But yeah, from time to time I use EOD as well, especially with people that spam explosive. Now restock it's the best perk for the shield. You get throwing knife backs even if you don't find them, and the steam recharge twice as fast, so you can spam those steam shots behind the shield and heal up. And at the end we have amped. So even if now amped says that it has no effect on like pistols and knife, it still affect like the shield. So you put the shield away faster. So even if the raise of the pistol is the same, the drop of the shield is faster. So you still make the switch faster. And amps make you throw little equipment 20% faster. So with the throwing knife works really great. Okay, now you want to activate specialist, and specialist, I don't really have tips for it. It's up to you. The rewards are up to you, to your game style. I like to run Battle Hardener because stuns are super annoying against the shield. Then I run Hardline so I can get Scavenger at 5 kills, and then 7 kills I have like, the specialist bonus, and I'm good. Okay? Now, let's get right into my Ground War class. So, Ground War class. Here, as you can see, I use the Killer. And why the Killer, not the M4 or other super strong gun? So I've made a test like the other day to see which are the fastest swapping guns for every category. So these are the results. For assault rifle, the Kilo. SMG, the MP5. Shotgun, the R90 and the 725. They're like same level, so use the one you prefer the most. I will run the 725 because it's a bit more broken. You just use which one you prefer. Then as your LMG, you may say, okay, LMG are all slow. No, the PKM is actually pretty darn fast. So if you want to use an LMG with the Riot Shield, use the PKM. It's the way to go. It's super fast switching. You can shoot almost immediately. If you know my trick to shoot as soon as possible, where you hold the aim and swap and fire, it's really fast for an LMG, really fast. So you want to try it out maybe. As your DMR, I mean, the most practical should be the M14 or in this case ABR, because it's called ABR. But the MK2 carbine is nice as well if you're like going for those trick shots. But if you're really into trick shots, just use sniper. And in that case, you want the AX50. It's the fastest swapping sniper. Okay, so these are the rank for every category. Kilo, MP5, 725, R9 on same level, PKM, Carabine or M14 and AX50. Now a little tip is that, not really a tip, but the MP5, so not only is the fastest swapping SMG, but it's the fastest swapping primary. It's insanely fast. When you combine Overkill Amped and Riot Shield MP5, you can shoot almost immediately. It's like there is like no delay if you use the trick to shoot as soon as possible. It's absolutely amazing. But the kill is pretty fast as well. Don't underestimate it, okay? Now, perks, of course you want to run Overkill, Amp, the only change is Overkill, and then of course you go with the specialist. It's up to you, like always. So yeah, don't really mind the specialist, it's up to you, always to the circumstances. Lethal throwing knife and steam as your tactical, it's the basics, never change those, okay? And then we have our anti-cancer class or S&D, and yeah, as you can see here I have EOD, as I told you before, and I use this class or for S&D, And if I play SND, usually it's maybe I swap Scavenger with double time. And over when people start to spam C4, RPG and stuff. So yeah, we want to run around with EOD in that place. Okay? Hardcore class, double time, restock, amped. Since here in hardcore you don't really have a center dot, it's kinda hard to use the throwing knives. So you want to run around with the thermite. The thermite is the throwing knife for hardcore, if you want to call it like that. So if you have like shrapnel as your first reward, battle hardener, hardline, of course, as I said, this is up to you. Okay? Then don't really mind the last class. It's a class that I use for challenges and tests, so it's always changing. Okay? So these are the best class setups with the Riot Shield. Now let's get a bit in depth to the fastest swapping gun. As I told you before, so the MP5, there are some attachments can be good with the MP5 to use with the shield. So to be honest, the attachments are really up to you. I'm not gonna like tell you use this, but there is one attachment that maybe you want to use, and that is like the 30 rounds 10mm auto. It's really strong. So this is the attachment you want on the MP5. The rest is up to you. For the PKM, as I say, it's up to you. There isn't really attachment that I may recommend you. Maybe the first barrel, because I mean, if you use it with the shield, most of your gunfights are kind of close. So maybe you want the first barrel because it improves the ADS speed and movement speed. So yeah, trust me, the first barrel is the way to go. The rest is up to you. Maybe you want to push fast hands, etc. So yeah. For the 7-5 though, I have a full class for it. It's a full set of attachments. And you want the sawed-off barrel, the 5mW laser, the second guard, I don't know how to translate it, but yeah, the forged DAC, and sleight of hand, and light Cronen Pro stock. Okay? These are the attachments you want. And trust me, this thing might say, why you're not putting the Tempus? So right now you get a lot of hit markers with it, but with the sawed off, and as long as you're in range, it's 95% one-shot kill. And even if it's not a one-shot kill, you can double press real fast, and it's always nice. I know it says that it increased the hip fire spread, but do not worry, I've tested this in private game, it's an absolute monster, as long as you use the trick to shoot as soon as possible. Okay, now let's go back a bit for the Granular class. And what are the attachments I use? I mean, you can run with PKM because it's ground war, but if you want to use an assault rifle, the killer is the way to go, of course, because it's the fastest swapping. And I run with the compensator, the 16.6 SOCOM. And you might say, why not the Prowler? The Prowler, yeah, it increases a bit the range when it's not worth it because you become really slow. You start to become like element G speed. It's not worth it, to be honest. 50 round mags. 6 is not really that big of a difference, to be honest. 10 rounds more, you just become more slow. The optic is up to you. You can even not put optic, but for me, and I don't really have a good eyesight, so I like to run my mobile hybrid ×4. I don't know how it's called in English because, as you can see, my game is in Italian. And then as your perk, you want recon because you want to be ready for those long range engagement. But yeah, maybe you can remove the optic and put, I don't know, a stock, laser, whatever you want, even a grip. Okay, so yeah, these are the best Riot Shield Class setups up to date. Okay, I've made a lot of tests, and these are the best you can find. Remember the rank for the fastest swapping gun for every category: Kilo, MP5, 725 or R90, sorry, PKM, Carabine / M14, APR14, how the hell you wanna call it, AX50. And you might say, bro, for the secondary, I mean, secondaries are of course faster than the MP5. The pistols are always, I mean, for the rocket launcher, the RPG, okay? End of the story. And so yeah, now let's switch about the settings. What are the best settings for to use with this show? So you might remember that I was using the inverted layout for R1, R2, so I will shoot with my R1, aiming with my L1, but now I switch them back and I throw equipment with R1. And this is because since you use the shield and the throwing knife is your friend, you want to reduce that input delay when you throw the knife. So yeah, just use default and default. This is the way to go. You might say, bro, I use tactical. I mean, if you use tactical, keep it. To be honest, you can keep it because you can still bash with R2. So you can crouch with R3 like you normally do when you have the shield, but you can still bash with R3. So it's good. So if you use tactical, it's the way to go. You can use tactical or default. It's up to you, to be honest. Okay? Now, for my sensitivity, you might remember, bro, you were using such strong sensitivity before. Why did you reduce it? Because I want to be more accurate with the throwing knife. And 11, I think it's nice. It's nor slow, nor too fast, and so I can be accurate with throwing knife. And even if people are flanking me, I can turn around fast enough. But yeah, it's up to you. But you want a minimum of them with the Riot Shield. This is up to you as well. When you aim down sight, you want the multiplicator of the ADS turnaround speed. It's up to you. I use 0.80, and the aim reaction curve, standard or linear. I prefer linear because I like the consistent feeling, but standard is nice as well, to be honest. You want to check out exclusive Ace videos about this to have more explanation. Aim assist standard because you get the strafing aim assist, and with the shield it's needed, especially because you use throwing knife. Okay, now the rest is up to you, to be honest. Yeah, you want to hold while sliding, maybe. Yeah, that's still up to you. Then maybe you want to be motion blur off. Of course, motion blur off. The rest is up to you, as I said before. And your audio mix, boost high or boost low. Try both of them and select the one you prefer the most. These two are the way to go. The rest is trash. Okay? Yeah, the rest is up to you once again. And this is all. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed these videos, guys. I hope this was useful. If it was, please subscribe and leave a like. It will be really appreciated. We are super close to 2.5k subscribers. Guys, it's absolutely insane the amount of support that you're giving me in the past month, and really I cannot thank you enough. I know we're not super famous like the current Savage, this knife only, and the universe. But yeah, jokes aside, thank you again, guys. It's really appreciated, and I hope we can keep growing. And yeah, as I told you, thank you for watching, and have a great day, guys. Okay, peace.